So, thank you for that. And so do we have someone here from Red Rocks? And can you tell us, Mr. Victor, tell us about your request for changing the zoning on this property from R2 to R4?
My name is Stephen Victor from Victor Wetzel Associates, here on behalf of the Red Rocks Group, who have made an application to rezone property along Sleepy Hollow Road. I'm here tonight to formally initiate our request to rezone 54 acres from R2 to R4. Thank you for letting me make a brief presentation and introduction to you and those who were in the audience last month. You may not be aware that only 2% of the township is currently zoned R4. Are you also aware that all of this R4 is currently developed and there are no R4 development sites available in the township? The fact that only 2% of the South Park Township is zoned R4 is reason enough to add our property to the R4 zoning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let him speak, and we will have comments by everyone to refute or to make additional comments. So just please show respect for the developer as he goes through his presentation.
Because there is an unusually small amount of R4, all of which has been developed, we have no choice but to initiate this rezoning if new townhouses are to be constructed. This rezoning is not being made to serve this audience. These folks already have a home in the township. Our request is to rezone is in response to those not here who are looking to find housing in the township that has been designed for a maintenance-free lifestyle and for amenities like a clubhouse, exercise room, pool, and recreation. And who are these future residents who choose a townhouse living? You probably already know them, in that they could be school teachers, policemen, recent college graduates, maybe your children, who can't afford to purchase a single-family home. Obviously, single-family home is the ultimate dream and desire for all of us. But some people don't for lifestyle reasons, and some people don't because of affordability. As stated in the township's comprehensive plan, the township should support housing affordability for the future generations. The comprehensive plan also encourages residential infill. Now, my definition of infill means that properties that have existing infrastructure like streets, sewer, water, and other utilities would be an infill site. This property that we're asking for rezoning is a perfect example of an infill site where we already have all of this infrastructure along Sleepy Hollow Road. Last month, we heard concerns that might arise out of this rezoning. Most are common, same old comments you hear about every new development, such as, we will destroy the streams and wetlands. Now, this is not even a debatable subject in that under the township, county, and state laws, streams and wetlands are well protected. Another comment that was made was, we are not aware of the past mining. That is incorrect. We have reviewed the Bureau of Mine maps, and we know that this property, just as much of the township, is undermined, and we will take the appropriate mine remediation to ensure that there would be safe housing constructed above the mine. Again, common practice here in South Park. Other concern was, what about flooding caused by the development? Both the township and the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, have strict ordinances and laws that regulate stormwater management. Another comment is, multifamily development will reduce our property values. Again, this is an old real estate myth that just isn't true. And honestly, you don't have to take my word on that. You have several examples in the township where multifamily are close to single-family homes. For example, the Squire Manor and the Hidden Ridge properties reduced the property values in the Wallace Road and Linfield neighborhood. Another concern was that townhouses will scare the horses in the stables in the township. Now, I don't see any evidence that townhouses, or the people who live in townhouses, such as at Patrick Place, have harmed the two stables nearby, South Park Stables and Dreamcatcher Stables. Another comment, and I think was the most unusual one I've ever heard in all of my years of experience, was that this development will upset the buffalo in the park. The buffalo came to South Park in 1927, 95 years ago. I have a series of photographs. Aerial photos. This was a photograph from archival photos of 1937. South Park is highlighted there in the yellow color. And if you have the opportunity to look closer at it, you will see that almost all the area around it in 1937, there was no development. In 1949, we began to see South Park, and right after post-World War II, we start to see the beginning of some subdivisions that are starting to come into place. But it's only a matter of a very small part.
Do you have on there how many times they've gotten out?
When we jump to 1982, we can start to see almost the completion of the residential suburban development that has taken place in the township. You can see all of that growth has taken place between 49 and 82. And then if we just jump ahead to the last one, which is current, 2022, we can
Go back to the microphone, please. Sure.
So we go back to 2022, and we can see that almost the whole township has now been developed, except for a few of the infill sites.
Stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let.
The point I'm trying to make is not whether there's infill or not infill sites. The point is, we were told that the development of a few hundred people coming into a development such as ours, an increase from the allowed 123 units to the approximately 290 units that we were proposing to do. That increase would have a detrimental impact at the buffalo. I would say from 1947 to the 80s and on to today, there's been a 10,000 person increase in your population. The buffalo have survived, and the buffalo will not know the difference between a few hundred additional residents that we might bring through the township. Again,
Ladies and gentlemen, please let Mr. Victor complete his presentation.
it's rare. It's rare that we have to go to the extent to explain how we're not going to impact buffalo. But I've sort of taken that extra step to explain to you that that really is not relevant or to the fact of this rezoning. So you saw the presentation we made last month. You see what we have done tonight. So at this point, I'll rest and let the staff speak, and then the audience, and then if I could, maybe make a closing statement again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.